Hey, Quadabble here, and today we're on my main account, and like I did in a previous video with the levels 21 through 25 for Ice Golem, I thought I would jump in, and I have not been able to beat the Spider's Den, so I thought I would go through and you could see some of my failed attempts and whatnot. I did beat stage 21, so I did get a working team, and the only reason this team works is because of the HP burn. So I think HP burn is a good solid way to beat this. And Vizier is grabbing this Underpriest Brogny's HP burn and spreading it. And the rest of them are just there to keep everybody alive. So I think the idea is to get the Spiderlings on fire, maybe slow some people down, and then use Vizier. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know. This guy right here to spread it. So this was stage 21. I know I beat it, and that was the hardest one. I actually just beat that today. Stage 22 is going to be strong affinity against green, and I don't have any green champions right now. So I think we'll go ahead and hit start, and I'm going to take it out of auto, and all I want to do, reason I want to do that is Vizier. I just have him in some basic gear, and he is super fast. So the first thing I want to do is I want to throw on like just something, like the decreased attack, great skill. The block buff's kind of a waste of time, no big deal, but all I'm worried about is actually slowing him down and getting HP burns on everybody else. So this is just kind of a go through and attack on the first round and get things set up. And I'm not going to put this block debuffs yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and attack and try to get the HP burn on. And I didn't get it on, so I'll have to wait a second. This one, no big deal. Maybe I can stun a few of the Spiderlings. And this one, I want to put on a gigantic shield. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the shield. Everybody gets a really nice big shield for protection. And I could spread debuffs, but I'm really focusing on spreading HP burn with Vizier. So if you have a champion that puts HP burns on everybody, go for it. Generally, on like when it's Spirit, I would throw in Drakesblood Twin, and he has, I haven't booked him yet, so he has like a 40 or 45% chance to throw the HP burn back onto an attacking person. But yeah, I'm not too worried about that. No, I'm not going to use the cleanse yet. And then eventually this will just go into kind of an auto feature. So here, again, I'm going to throw on, try to get that HP burn on. That's what's most important to me, is getting the HP burn on. So there you go. HP burns on. Simple attacks, nothing too crazy. Possibly, okay, the little decreased turn meter. And what I want to do is get this first hit done. I can put on the Ally Protect, which is a nice little feature. And I have the HP burn, but I don't want to spread it yet because she's just about to wipe out everybody. So it'd almost be a waste of time. And I want her to have her turn. So I'm going to go ahead and take another hit. And there you go. She killed them all, which is no big deal. Everybody survived. I have 2 revivers, so it's not that big of a deal. But right now what I'm trying to do is get Vizier set up for his decreased I want that HP burn spread. So we'll go ahead and nothing happened there. And now I can go ahead and put on the block debuffs and the better shield. And then these two, their shields are spread out a little bit. Now I have the chance of spreading that HP burn. And 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3 isn't bad. So hopefully HP burn goes for it. And there you go. HP burn was spread to everybody. And not everybody, but it does look like between the decreased defense or decreased attack and HP burn, a good chunk of them went that direction. So again, I'll just hit attack with her. There's no reason to heal anybody quite yet. And then, so what I'm doing now is just kind of setting up the cycle for this. It's fine to put a, a stun on everybody. I don't really want to kill anybody, and then I'll make a really big shield. And now I'll just put it on auto and see what happens. Now, on stage 21, this was the same team, but they, see, there you go. The HP burns are starting to kick in. If I could get a decreased defense or a weaken in there, that would be fabulous. And now what I want is Vizier to just extend those debuffs on the main champion, so I don't have to worry about, okay, that extended that one. There you go. Extended the debuffs. And now it's just going to kind of go into an auto mode. And hopefully she'll keep spreading. Vizier will occasionally spread those HP burns, because that's kind of what's going to kill the spider, is the HP burn. I've used that on stage 21 with Drakestar Blood Twin, and now he's not going to lose that that HP burn anytime soon. Again, they're going to wipe everything here. That extended it, and this kind of came out really good timing with the fact that I haven't fully booked. I don't think any champion here is fully booked. Oh, Seal of Drakes is fully booked. And that's fine. I do have a revive for that. Ah, there you go. And it did not pick the HP burn. So that's unfortunate. So I might have to find a better way to get that debuff to spread. I'm just wanting to stay alive and put HP burns on. Basically, that's what I'm coming up with. So I'll hit pause, and as this gets closer, if it's successful, I'll let you know if this one worked, and I'll come back to it. So I'll let this play out a little bit. Probably take 10 to 15 minutes to beat it anyways. So I'm going to put it on pause. I'll be right back. Okay, so it came out really good on that last hit. So it looks like it's going to work. It's just going to take a certain amount of time. And what's interesting, I just realized, is when Vizier spreads those debuffs, when she spreads them, what she does is she takes the amount that's on there. So it being 5 for the spread is actually fabulous, because it's going to give a 5 to the rest of the team. So I'm just waiting for that next spread to happen, and it might take 2 or 3 rounds of this, but if I can get the HP burn spread with 5 hits, generally it's going to work really good. So now it's a 6 hit. Now this is the round where she just attacks me, because it's a 2-turn cooldown left. So we'll see what happens here on this next. I don't know. Sometimes what I've figured out is her turn meter stops at 100%. And because they're attacking, your turn meters are still going forward. So you might have a chance for a couple guys to actually get a couple turns, even though her turn meter bar is full. So I'm really hoping for that debuff spread to grab that HP burn and spread it over. And the HP burn hit. So this could be interesting. This could be the end of it right here. He does a really good deal with a shield. Of course, shield revive, and they possibly could kill her. So HP burn, in my opinion, is the way to go. It's not. I did have. Oh, there's a guy in there. A girl. Guy or girl? I don't know. I'll show you the champion I'm talking about here in a second. But it does look like this is going to take care of it. So at 10 minutes. For the attacks and stuff, I beat level 22. And the champion I was thinking about, just real quick, I'll show you, was let's go to champions. And I use this in my level 20 team because it's Spirit Affinity. And it is her, Royal Guard. And it's because her takedown is based on enemy max HP. And she, on stage 22, with a decreased defense and a weaken, and this champion is the leader. So she has a really good aura for dungeons. And then I put an increased attack on him. She can do easily 1,000,002 per when she activates that takedown skill. So that's really good. And I might bring her back in when I'm against Spirit. But right now, I'm just going to keep going forward and use this team again on the next affinity. So I just beat stage 22. And we'll go in here and we'll start stage 23. These are the first times I've beaten this. So this is red affinity. It'll be strong against these 3 blues, which kind of helps a little bit. I might need to change out the HP, the person putting the HP on. So instead of having this champion, or we'll just change out one of these for someone who can put HP burn on a little more. But we'll get this one started and see how stage 23 goes. So again, I don't want to attack right off the bat because he, Vizier, always does that debuff spread at the first attack. So I don't want to do that. I want to do Master, and it's okay to. He is not going to put on the heal reduction because he is the spider is immune to immune to HP, balancing effects, and cooldown increasing, heal reduction, and receives less damage from poisons. So the poisons wouldn't be a bad way to go either, but it's because the spiderlings are actually killing her. Scarag, I believe her name is. Skavad. Because she's the spiderlings are killing it. So again, I'm going to just start off, maybe get that decreased attack, hopefully not get the block buffs, but it's bound to happen. So I'm just trying to put that decreased attack on. He did put those 2 on. I'll go through, and again, I'm going to wait for the first round to go by so I can get the best use out of it. It's okay to put the people on stun. He's going to try to put the HP burn on. Didn't get it on. That's fine. And then I'm going to put a big shield on everybody. And then again, just increase those. All 3 hit. You see that? That was nice. Went from 2 to 5. And there is no books in my Vizier. I'm tempted to do it later, but I'm trying to establish a place where it can be used before. And if I can work it with what's there. Now again, I want to try to get the HP burn on, so I'm just going to attack. Didn't get it. Ugh. But I have one more shot before it's her turn again. And then single attacks, not doing anything. Okay, so now I'm really hoping that Underpriest Baragni gets that in. Maybe a decreased speed, nothing ever wrong with that. Underpriest Baragni, I'm going to try to get that HP burn on. Now, he's having difficulty because he's weak affinity. So I'm going to go ahead and, because it's not going on the way I want it to, I'm going to go ahead and put in Drakesblood Twin, but I just got to figure out who I'm going to take out. So I'm going to start this level over, and I'll be right back and I'll show you who I chose. Okay, so this time I started off with Drakesblood Twin, and what I'm going to do is skip that first attack with this and just go in with a regular attack. And the reason I'm going to do that is he'll get to attack again, but possibly I can limit it down to nothing but the HP burn or other things that are happening. And I went with Drakesblood Twin, and I took out Seal of Drakes. The sad thing about Seal of Drakes taking her out is I lose that decreased speed, but I might have it on another champion. I just have to kind of review. Again, HP burn, trying to get it, but he's not having good success at being affinity weak. So I'm going to put this on, build a good shield, and now they're attacking him, which isn't bad, but I didn't put the block debuffs on. So again, I'm not going to try to spread anything. I'm just going to go in and go for the hits. And then here we go. I can use this one. So putting the provoke on would cause them to attack him, and then I could possibly get some HP burns on some other people. And then I'll go ahead and just to make sure that he lives. Now the first hit, there's a 45% chance that Drakesblood Twin will put that HP burn on. So I'm gonna again try. Well, I'm gonna put the block debuffs on. That's what I'm gonna do. So I don't want to get poisoned out. There you go. There's an HP burn. HP burn. Now the neat thing about Vizier is I can attack anybody over here. So I could attack this champion, but I don't want to waste it because he's just about to eat everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put on ally protection and some stuff that goes through. And I lost 2 people, and I'll go ahead and bring it back to Vizier. And the cool thing about Vizier coming back with is he has 100% turn meter, 75% life and 100% turn meter. So again, just gonna try to get that Drakesblood Blood Twin to do an HP burn on everybody. So I shouldn't have wasted that one. This will extend shields, and just try to go for a hit. There's the HP burn. Perfect. Now I have Vizier, and I can attack, and then I can do some other stuff later. And this is the beginning of the second round. So I'll go ahead and do the debuff spread, and the only one he can spread is that one for 2 turns. HP burn. A couple of people resisted. Obviously, I need to increase his accuracy. And for right now, I'm just going to put it in auto and see what happens. I'll get a decrease attack on here in a second. Yeah, I really do need that shield. These weak affinity champions. I don't know why he's going so hard on Vizier, but well, that's what you have to deal with. Now the HP burn is working. It's not affinity color or anything, so that is nice. All that damage from HP burn worked out pretty good, but again, my champions are weak, so I might need to figure out another way to do this. 50% of the damage. Let's see if Vizier. No, it's not going to happen. So okay, this one didn't work. Pulling out Seal of Drakes, and my color coding is all blue from strong blue. So I'm going to go ahead and hit pause and make another selection. So hold on a sec. Okay, so this time I chose 2. So I have actually 3 revivers right now. And I took out Underpriest Brogni because he's color affinity. So what I'm hoping happens here is because she's invisible, or he's invisible, they'll attack this guy right here. He's one of my old clan boss guys. And when he gets hit, he has a chance to extend debuffs, all debuffs on the attacker, I think by 25 or 45%. So again, we're going to use this one first to try to put that decreased attack and block buffs. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. We'll just get it in there and get some things hit. Didn't get the decreased attack. All right, so then again, straight attack. All right, so with this one, he's got a heal that puts a veil on, and he's got a revive that makes it unkillable. So this is a good reviver, and it's affinity against affinity color. So I made this one up because I realized I needed a green reviver. I also have a green reviver over here, so a couple spirit revivers helps with the affinity color. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the attack. And he's set for Scarab King, I think, so he needs the decreased defense, or decreased max HP. Attacks one enemy, heals on 2 allies with the lowest HP. So this one's probably not usable yet, and then this one, it'll heal somebody. So, and then now I want that HP burn. There's your weaken chance, and there's your HP burn for 2 turns. So 75% chance. Might be higher because I upgraded it, but there's your HP burn. Now everybody's going to start coming in, and yes, they're attacking him, which actually is pretty good. Now I don't have a block debuffs buff. Now I can spread the HP burn, but I'm not going to because they're about to just be wiped out. So we'll see what happens. No reason to heal. Remember, I have 3 revivers, so we'll see how good this team is. This will put a perfect veil on. Also fills a target if they're healed by this. So I'm not going to do this because it'll fully heal them if they are not fully healed. So I'll go ahead and just regular attack. Now these champions aren't built for Scarab King. Here's your revive with a perfect veil. I think I'll just wait and see who they attack. I think they're going to attack Vizier, so I just want to see what happens. Yeah, they attack Vizier. There he goes. Now, that's not a problem because this person is going to revive this person, and they'll be full. They'll get a full turn meter. Becomes their turn. They drop in. So she drops in some spiders, and now he'll get perfect veil again. And I'm placing those 2 items. So HP burn on everybody, which was good. And now I'm just going to put it on auto and let the game figure itself out. And of course he's got an unblockable. A couple continuous heals. So we'll just see how this goes. We're going to have 2 rounds of this. Now we're going to. The next share should be interesting too because it'll share. Hopefully, oh, and the weaken's on there too, so that could help a little bit in these few hits. And again, I have 3 revivers, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, put on the decreased attack, which is good. Which that would be nice if that debuff was spread. HP burn plus the weaken on there is really effective. There's the next debuff spread should be pretty interesting. Now, even if Vizier dies, I do have the 2 revive ability from the other person, so we'll see what happens. Now she disappeared, so she'll be able to get in there and do what's necessary. Now all those spiderlings are going to disappear here in a second, so I might not survive this. We'll see. But I do have my 2 revivers left, so let's see what happens. Now that's unkillable, so then she'll get her revive, hopefully back here in a second too. We'll see what happens. But they'll probably target, with the invisibility. I mean, who knows? This might work out. I need to get that HP burn spread done again. HP burn, good. So now they'll start killing her again. Spider is so hard. So close too, look at that. So I'm hoping one of the revivers gets another chance, but I don't know what's going to happen with all this damage. Might be close. No. So again, can these 2 bring it back from the clutches of death? Don't know. Death and death. Alright, so I'm going to run through and practice a little bit more on these, and I'll try to show you one that actually finishes. But the HP burn spread is the best thing that I have right now, mainly because I don't have a couple of the champions that can put the HP burn on everybody. So I'll just have to figure out how to get the HP burn spread, and I need super defense for these champions. So I'm going to put it on pause, and I'll go through a few battles and show you the end results. All right, so this attempt is looking a little bit better. Everything's synergy very well. I took out one of the revivers, and I put in Underpriest Brogni, who puts on increased defense, decreased attack, so it works out pretty good. And then, of course, the debuff got spread really well. So might be this round that I win. And it was only 4 minutes, so the next decrease and the speed of the debuff. And one of the other things that I did was I made this a team, and I took away Vizier's ability to put on the A2, which puts on the decreased attack and the block debuffs and potentially a heal reduction, which won't happen here. It looks like I'm going to win. Look at that. Good team. And hey, the reason we fight up there is because we get lots of legendary gear. So not too bad. It's always nice to get good things, an amulet, little crit damage. But that was the team, and as I said, when you go into, we'll just go to next, and I'll show you the head of the team. Now this is against green, so red is going to be the weak affinity. I can put blue back in, so I can probably go back to the team I had just a second ago. But you can see I have a team setup, and what was really helpful on the Spider 22 to 25 is when you go into settings, I didn't really mess with too many things. Iron Brago, Bulwark. I didn't really mess with these, but I did make the Master of Misery. I did take this out for her or for him because I didn't want to put on a block buffs. There is no buffs going on him, and the decreased attack was taken care of by Iron Brago. So this time what I can do is I can pull Bulwark out. So I'll go back out of this, and I'll pull Bulwark out, and I'll probably put in a lot of my original team because it worked. And I just got to be careful because it's now green affinity, and it's going to attack Vizier, but he's going to be invisible a little bit, so I might leave this champion because he puts a. So let's see here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull him out, and I'm going to pull him out, and I'll leave those two. I'm going to put in the original team and see how it does. Original team being Under Priest Brogni and Heal Revivers. So I have 2 Heal Revivers, I have 3 Affinity Colors, and they're all going to attack Vizier, but Vizier will have some invisibility going for him when he places the block debuffs or the spread debuffs and stuff. So you have to start out in auto or in basic and wait for the HP burn to hit, and Under Priest Brogni should be able to get that hit off in a couple turns, and then a lot of shields will go on too. So it's a little bit slower this way, but at the same time, it'll be nice to have it going. I don't have to do any. I'm just going to auto it in the beginning. So I'm going to hit start, and I'll turn off that auto. The Vizier is really fast again, so I'm just going to go in and attack. Nothing too big. I'm going to wait for this first round to go, and then let's see here. I want the HP burn in, so I'm going to take a chance and put the HP burn on. There it is. Perfect for the HP burn. I'll throw some stuns in. Maybe I get rid of a lot of the attackers. I'll put the shields on. And Vizier's gone, so they're all attacking this one. So she's actually getting healed. So I don't want to put the spread debuffs on because she's about to attack. And then he'll become attacked, but Roglin's ability is pretty good about reviving with a 100% turn meter. So he'll get his turn right back and be able to use it. So this time I'm just going to attack, increase that. I'll increase the shields so everybody survives, and then attack again, and then hopefully he'll wipe them all out. Maybe decrease speed, never hurts. Decrease turn meter was not what I wanted. There it goes. So now, as you can see, I have a humongous shield, which is doing a little bit of damage, but healing people at the same time. So now I'll go ahead and put on the block debuffs and increase attacks. I'm looking for the debuff spread, and there's only one, so a good chance it'll be HP burn. So now I'm just going to put it in auto and see what happens. I'm pretty sure this will work. It all comes down to, can Vizier keep that debuff on there, that debuff spread going. And the decreased speed. That is a great one to get on right now. I'm going to book Vizier eventually, just not today. Now, the weaken that was being placed by Bulwark was really speeding it up, so I might throw him back in. But remember, you just got to kind of survive these things. Now, if you had Sissia Flametongue, or it might be Prince Kymar, There's somebody in there that'll throw a whole bunch of HP burns on as a legendary, so those would be great replacement. You wouldn't have to do this Vizier trading thing. But again, you know, why not? It's all right. We got the decreased speed, which is good. HP burns coming in there. Like I said, a weaken would be really helpful. And it's not. It's okay that she only spread a 2 because a lot of these champions or these spiderlings are going to die, and we're just trying to use them to do damage on Skavak, the spider, the big one. Now, when she burns, she'll burn out 3 of those, so the hit on me won't be as big. But obviously, it is what it is. So I'm trying to spread that HP burn again. That'll take a second to come up there. Big shield on, nice. I need that HP burn. I need it extended. Nice feature with a miscreated monster is there's a mastery that allows you to put on a leech if you put a fear on. It might be fear, stun, freeze, but it works good because he puts the fear on, and then because he's putting a fear on, he puts on a leech, which helps your champions last longer. Alright, we need that debuff spread. We need an increase too. It's not quite getting around as much. And this is where it might take longer with this setup. Bulwark seems to be a good choice. So I might leave Underpriest Brogni out and put Bulwark back in because I'm getting a really good shield for Miscreated Monster. I don't need the increased attack, and there's nobody removing debuffs, so the unremovable shield is not exactly something that's necessary. Hopefully get some of these attacks, these damaging ones in, to the point where they die when she does her HP burn hit. Oh, HP burn. Yeah, so this will take some time. I'll go ahead and put it on pause, and I'll be right back when it gets closer or if I beat it. So hold on a sec. Okay, so I got into this one, and I've already gotten past the first round or so, and I've got the debuff spread. So I'll go ahead and put it on auto now. Everything should just go straight forward, and we'll see what happens. Waiting for all the HP burns to take effect, and I put Bulwark in here because he puts a weekend also on. That was kind of a nice feature because he has a counter attack a little bit too, which is nice. Nice big shield coming up. Vizier is just not getting the extensions on these first few hits. So it being green, he's probably having some difficulty getting it to spread because it's on Spirit. So this could be a small issue with the spread ability. I might have to increase the accuracy way up or get the crit rate or something. I got to kind of figure out what's keeping it from not hitting. But the weekend on them is really good. There you go, a little debuff duration increase. Yeah, but Bulwark, I think, was the better choice. Definitely. It's okay if people die. I've got 2 revivers. Roglin is an amazing reviver, so if you get her, take her all the way to the top. She's usable everywhere. I didn't get the debuff spread on that. A little unfortunate. Now, the nice thing about the revive is that it puts on that ally protection, which then activates Miscreated Monster's ability to put fear on the other team, which is really good. Everything's placed. Just needed to come through. A good debuff spread would be perfect right here. Not quite yet, but the duration was extended. I could use a shield. I could use several different things to keep me alive. Just see what happens. This is exciting for me because, like I said, it's been going on for a few months since Ramantu has been out. Devo spread. Oh, decreasing. Good heal. Good revive. Nice. Need that debuff spread to happen. Come on. There it is. Oh, it didn't hit. And I'm just having difficulty because of the affinity. So this might be one of the harder ones facing spirit. A decrease resist might be something, if that's even a thing, that might be helpful. Did a really good job about extending all the debuffs and keeping the debuffs on there, but at the same time I'm having difficulty. I might have to find another champion for HP burning. And this is Spirit, so this could be the original team that I should create and put in just my original team. And that's what I might need to do, just have it go for a long term because, in fact, I'll do that. I don't think this is going to survive, so I'll go ahead and end this one. I'll put my original team in, and I'll show you what it looks like, and it might just be the one that works because I have a Spider level 20 team. So here's my Spider level 20 team. I'll bring that back up. Spider level 20 team, and Drakesblood Twin is the one getting hit all the time. I don't have any books in him, but at the same time, they all attack him. In this one, I know they attack him, and then I get that big hit from the Royal Guard, an increased attack, at least a weaken from here, a little bit of HP burn, and then I don't think I get a decreased defense. And then I don't, you can see like Royal Guard, I don't want her to use her takedown the first round, so I have her use a Razor Blade right off the bat because I want an increased attack put on. I also want a potentially that weaken to be put on too. Countess Licks, she opens with Festering Caress, and then she'll pull in with a Myra Mystery, attacks 3 times, has a chance of putting the decreased speed on, and also puts in 75 or 100% chance of decreasing turn meter by 10%. It'll only be 5% because turn meter reduction is reduced by half, but it's a good way to slow down the spiders and everything. The time distillation goes third because I want everybody else to get 1 or 2 of their attacks off, so then the time distillation does its job and decreases the cooldowns of all allies by 1 turn. Under Priest Brogni, no changes. Miscreated Monster, no changes. And Drakestar Blood Twin, no changes. So I'll go ahead and just go in there with my standard level 20 because it's Spirit, and we'll go ahead and see what happens. I don't have to do anything. Everything's set up with the auto. That new auto feature is awesome in my opinion. Good shield. A little bit of damage will come from Under Priest Brogni due to that shield being hit. I slow everybody down. I get some HP out there, and then hopefully what will happen is, and that was only 600,000. As you can see, these are gotten pretty tough. Takes a little bit of damage from the shield. I have an HP burn on. And everybody's going to attack Drakestar Blood Twin. So, and that's just how it works. It just keeps going forward. Now, I don't have the debuff spreader or extender, but at the same time, I'm getting in all the other things. Here's your decreased defense came from Royal Guard, and the weaken came from Countess Licks. I always get Duchess Lolita and Countess mixed. The two names get stuck in my head, and I always translate them. This will probably take a while, so I'll just see if it starts getting going. But I don't have any books in I don't have a reviver either. So I'm probably going to have to live without Royal Guard, because this one's just too powerful. It's not to say that this still can't work, and I've seen it work a lot of times once after I lose Royal Guard, but this is being a higher level, I don't know for sure. I don't have a reviver, so anytime somebody dies, they're gone. So what I might need to do is either take out Countess Lix or Royal Guard and put in Roglin. Roglin would be a good addition here. It increases defense. And remember, you're not trying to actually... These techniques aren't, there's some, great level 20 ones where you just wipe the team out in a minute and a half or less. Great farming capabilities, but this team isn't built for that. It's kind of a hybrid of it, but this is my original team, and it's meant for the HP burn to get on there. Now, another thing I could do is I could still try to do Vizier, but it just color affinity is terrible for this. And I'm hoping that it'll be good for the end battle. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this because I know that someone's about to die. And it's just a waste of time to keep showing this video. So I'm going to go ahead and hit pause. And I'm going to make that change on Royal Guard. And I'll figure out who I put in there. So hold on a sec. All right, so on this turn, I put in Herndig. And he put some HP burn with one of his abilities. Again, he's not booked or anything like that. So he put one of his abilities on there where it put HP burn on anybody that was less than 30%, as long as his first hit was critical. And then it says it fully depletes the HP, and I think that was cut in half. So it was an interesting situation. And then, of course, Vizier did come in there and got that HP burn debuff with like 4 or 5. It got spread to everybody else. So again, I got to use what I have. I wish I had a better HP burner, and I could put books into Herndig, but again, I'm just trying to save all my books for when it's absolutely necessary. So if you looked at this team, I know they're all legendary, but Vizier, masteries low, 3 books into him. I did put a lot of books into Roglin because I wanted the cooldown. It took me all these books. So it took me 6 extra books to get the cooldown for 1. I would have stopped anywhere in between. But it does create a really big heal. And the damage could go up on this one. I could put the books in, but I don't think it's necessary. She's there as a cleaner and healer, and just an awesome reviver. And then let's see here, Herndig. The reason I chose him is because of the stasis strike fully depletes the target's turn meter, and then this AOE attack has a 75% chance. You can see I don't have any books into him for weaken, and will also place an HP burn. Now that's interesting. This one's it will place it after the attack on enemies whose turn meters are below 30%. And a lot of times the spiders are pretty low. At least 50% of them is probably below that 30%. It's got a decent aura. Ally attacking arena battles by 35%. That is pretty good. Probably one of the better ones for arena, but again, I didn't book him, and I just use him what I've gotten. Masteries, pretty low. Artifacts, good set. I try to keep him in a good set of armor. And then, let's see, Scylla Drakes, obviously your 180-day reward, fully mastered, and skills all the way up. So, and I would recommend to anybody, this is one of the champions that really helps you as a reviver, one of the few revivers in Barbarians. Just a great champion for beating the faction crypt of Barbarians. And then, of course, let's see, who else was on that team? Oh, I guess I don't get to see, but I can go to champions, and I can go by recently used first, and then Iron Brago. And good amount on the masteries, Skills, I haven't wasted a book on. So I just use them where I can. Masteries always seem, they're tough to get, but basically they're free. You just got to play the game, get some. You get XP, and you get silver for doing it. But again, and then you see the armor's fairly low. I could, find a better defensive one. But if it's working, it's working. Better gloves for defense. Could be anything for that. Or I could switch down if I'm willing to give up the helmet, which I had a good roll on that. If I'm willing to get that helmet up, then I can come down here to resilience, which seems to be a nice feature. And then I can look for a pair of defense gloves. Nope, no defense gloves. Well, anyways, those are some things that you can do. Now for stage 25. Let's see if I can put it together. I'm going to go ahead and test this one out. I'll go ahead and put the video on pause and give it a little bit of run through. I might need to make some changes, so I don't want to waste your time. This has been a couple hours for me, and I'm trying to keep it definitely under an hour for you. So hold on a sec. All right, we're into this one. It took me a little bit, but I finally think I got a team. I got the protection of the shield. I got good defense. I got a good debuff spread, a couple good lucky ones from Vizier, putting a 4, I think, on. So these are going to finish all the way through and take him down. And then hopefully when he goes to pick him up, there's a lot of them that are dead. And then maybe Vizier will do the debuff spread again after he eats. And we'll see what happens. It's different not having a whole bunch of debuffs on the spider, but the debuff spread is what's important right now, is to get that to last as long as it can. So this won't kill me. It healed him a lot. Got my revives in place, and hopefully that debuff spread kicks in here in a second. And it takes the HP burn. Oh. There it is, HP burn and weakness. This is not too bad. The speed probably, well, no, you don't want the speed to go away because you want them to get to their turn. So this should be it right here. And it's a 3-minute run, so under 5 minutes would be fabulous. I could actually farm that. And I can put some books into Vizier. The rest of the champions are booked very well. Bulwark is completed. Roglin's really close. Miscreated Monster is completed. So really the only weak spot in here for books. And that would just increase that time. But you might have to manual a little bit too. But I don't know. This has been a really good run. And I'm very excited to be able to beat stage 25. But yeah, a 5-minute run, that's like you can put that on your auto battles at night and be done with it. So 4 minutes. That was a great run for me. 6-star. That's the reason we're doing this. Defense, HP, attack, defense, and attack. That's not bad, actually. If you're not looking for accuracy, maybe a defense champion, this would be great. The 2 attacks kind of indicate that you're going to put it on someone with an attack. So defense champion probably wouldn't work. But that was a fabulous run, and that's stage 25. So what that means for me, sorry, red dot, like a moth to a flame here. I just have to go for it. You can see this is where I'm kind of working at. I've already beaten the Doom Tower, and I'm like almost able to beat level 80 on hard. So I'm doing pretty good there. It's good to look forward to these because when I was looking at these, you can see some of these already, 5 different secret rooms, silver and tag team arena. I should, if I work hard, I could probably get that. But again, that's where I might start spending my books. 25 rank 5 artifacts or higher from the forge, easy one. 20,000 event points, that'll be easy because events happen pretty good. 110th floor on normal, that's pretty good. It's always just, like I said, good to look forward to it. This one right here, I got stopped at the 15 or the 20,000 one, and this one takes a while. And I have 14,000 gold bars, and I was just about to get ready to buy the Void Shard. And then I saw this, and I'm like, well, I'll just wait because I need 25,000. So I'll just keep working at it. It'll take a week or two to get me the other 10,000. but you know, that's just an accomplishment. And then down here, Doom Towers 120 on normal. A lot of these are just, you got to do them once you get there. I've already done that. Substat, this is a tough one. 30 of them, that's a tough one. So that's why you want to start working the faction crypt battles. You want to be just getting tons of those. Beat up the Doom Tower, silver keys, 120 silver keys. You figure you can do 10 a day, or let's say you did 12 a day. That would take you 10 days to do that. Or 3 stars in stage 7. So a lot of these I've already done. The Forge, using charms, just log in daily, you get a bunch of them. Use 80 glyphs, upgrade artifacts or accessory substats, easy. Equip a champion with an affinity breaker set, already done it. Silver 4, now this is where I'm kind of weak, is I'm in like tag team silver 2 right now. I've already beaten the Lizard Man Crypt all the way. 25,000 tournament points, that'll be a one that'll take a while. Hopefully like a champion chase tournament or summon rush. Summon rushes are really good. Clear room 1 of the hard. Let's see here. There's one down here. This is what we're kind of moving toward. I know it's going slow, but you can see I still need to beat the Deadlands on stage 7 of Nightmare difficulty. Substats, 21 of the Barbarian Crypt. I've already done this. It just hasn't come around where I've done it again. But because of Scylla Drakes, that was actually kind of easy. 1,500,000, 150 million. I do about 34 million a key. So when it comes time for this one, I'll just have to put a couple extra keys into it. 12 secret rooms on normal. I'm stuck on orcs, epic orcs. So I got to start working on, I'm working on one right now, Duck the Pierced. So that'll be good. But it's just, you know, cruising through these. The boss on the 30th floor, I've already beaten him. I'm working pretty good. I think I passed it. But there's one in here where it's... Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, but anyways, there's one in here where it's Spider stage 21. Yeah, clear stage 25 and the Spider's then 10 times on auto. And I didn't do that one on auto, so it didn't count, but I might have to wait till you actually get here or something. But now I'm able to do it. I've got my team built, and it's a 4-minute team. I was actually pretty happy with it, and improving on Vizier will make that even better. So hopefully this will help you. HP burn was the way to go, and if you're lucky enough in your index that you've gotten, let's say, Sissia Flame Tongue, you know, she puts an HP burn. She can increase it by 1 turn. Over here, 2 enemies under HP burn. Instantly activates any HP burns on each target and decreases the duration of those HP burns by 1 turn. Place it on this champion. Then attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a debuff. So if you have Sissia Flame Tongue, you wouldn't need to worry about Vizier. You just have to go for a high defense team, maybe some speed, and then just get Sissia Flame Tongue to get up there. And there's, is it Tyrant Ixelmore? I think he's HP burn. Yeah, 100% chance placing HP burn on all defense. So if you got one of these two guys, you wouldn't have to do this Vizier thing that I'm doing. I don't even have Prince Kymar. You know, these guys are all good champions. This is the one that really helps beat the Spider because it has that ability to reset the cooldown of all skills. So then you'd use it at your attack champions like Royal Guard, or a really good one would be, I think she's a Dark Elf, Void, Rare, Coldheart. She's got that ability where she attacks one enemy, decreases the turn meter. It'd be 50% at this point in time, and then but it does damage equal to based on enemy max HP, which is awesome, and it has an extra 30% chance of inflicting a critical hit. And then with Prince Kymar we were talking about, he would reset it. So before they even get a chance to attack once, if you put a decreased defense, a weaken, an increased attack, and then you get your main hitters, say 1 or 2 Cold Hearts and a Royal Guard, you'd be able to hit, each one of them would be able to hit twice with their max HP before the spider got to attack once. And a lot of people use that for stage winning. There's a lot of good videos out on that with the Prince Kymar combination. Well, I'm trying to keep this video under an hour. Went way over long, but I beat it. I have now able to say that, and I was stuck. All the other ones I did real fast and easy, but this one was the last challenge. And the other reason I kind of picked today to do it was the tournament. There was a tournament going on, so I kind of always do two things at one time. And I believe there's a spider tournament going on, so these points are advancing me up a little bit. I don't always jump into these, but you can see sometimes you get out there, and a 4-minute time frame for level 25, I think that's fabulous, and it can only get better as Vizier ranks up a little bit. I put some books into him and stuff like that. And I'm also trying to make a clan boss team to extend debuffs. He has that extend debuffs ability. So in my normal clan boss Nightmare, I'm trying to make him into my Nightmare clan boss guy. And you put the poisons on, you put decreased defense, weaken, and decreased attack, and then you just extend those out with a 35% chance. He's going to extend it out one or two times. So other little places where Vizier has been useful. And once I get Vizier settled and put some books into him and get the armor and stuff, right now Vizier is in some immortal gear. That was the only way I could really find any way to get him life. But eventually I'll put him in the either life steal gear, which is a very common farming dungeon. You need accuracy chest sets and stuff like that. Or I've been working really hard in the Doom Tower to get Bloodthirst, plus 12% crit rate, heals by 30% damage. This one was definitely worth it for me. So, all right, well, keeping this video under an hour, like I said, and I hope you enjoy this. Have a good one.